Philadelphia, what is going on? You know what week it is. It is Dallas week, baby. Yes, the one of 2 weeks of the year where things just get a little bit more intense for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm talking about. You see, I got my army hat on and my towel ready, man. I am ready for war. Weeks like these make it hard to focus on other things when you know the biggest rivalry, arguably the biggest rivalry in football, is gonna be on prime time. It's Eagles and Dallas, baby, and I cannot wait. And while we could talk about the matchups and all that stuff, well, we're gonna save that for the podcast. But I figured I'd make a little short video right here to address something that I know is gonna come out after the fact. After the fact? Yes, after the fact. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboy excuses. So if you watch the Cowboys fall apart gracefully against the Falcons last Sunday, you know there are quite a few things going on with their team right now. And that leads us to our excuses. So yes, it's that time, baby. Let's eat. So let's just say Nugent misses a kick here or there, or an extra point, or maybe isn't kicking the kickoffs through the end zone. You know what those Dallas Cowboy fans are gonna say, right? You know, it really is a shame. I mean, you know, Dan Bailey, he's, you know, just one of the most accurate kickers of all time, and I mean, you know, just losing him, it's huge. Yeah, I hear that, but guess what? The Eagles had a pretty good kicker too. His name was Caleb Sturgis, and he went down in week 1 against the Redskins. We had to replace our kicker just as well, and we went out and got a player off of practice squad. We put our faith in him, we lifted him up, gave him confidence, and now he's banging 61-yarders. Jake Elliott. That is right, baby. Jake Elliott has stepped up, and hey, I can't fault our guys for doing their job and finding a great replacement. You should try it sometime. So let's move on. What's the next one gonna be? Well, the next two are arguably just as important as each other, but I'm gonna talk about the captain of your defense, Sean Lee. Let me tell you something. Sean Lee is a problem when he's on the field. I actually have a lot of respect for that man. Yes, I said it. I think Sean Lee is comparable to a Luke Kuechly when he's healthy. But guess what? He never is. Sean Lee is never healthy. There are a few things in life that are for sure. Death, taxes, and Sean Lee will never stay healthy. It's just a fact. It just doesn't happen. And I say that with all due respect, because like I said, I respect Sean Lee. I think he's a great player. But him not being on the field, well, it is a disadvantage for the Cowboys. But that being said, the Eagles lost their captain of their defense as well, their signal caller. Jordan Hicks is out, has been out. Joe Walker has stepped in. What did the Eagles do? The Eagles went out and gave Joe Walker help. They didn't ask him to do more than he was able to do, and they also went out and signed a veteran like Donnell Ellerbe. Listen, the Eagles have had some of the same problems. The difference is they're doing things to keep rolling. So to move on to the third excuse. Well, reports have surfaced that their left tackle will miss his second straight game. I'm talking about Tyron Smith. So what are Cowboys fans gonna say? Well, you know, Tyron Smith, I mean, he's just the greatest, you know, he's the greatest left tackle ever, and you know, without him, I mean, what is Dak Prescott supposed to do? I mean, what are our running backs supposed to do? I mean, come on. Malarkey. Can I get that malarkey? Joe Biden? Malarkey! We too lost our left tackle, Jason Peters, who has a bigger and better resume than Tyron Smith. And maybe he's on his way there, but guess what? He's not Jason Peters yet. So what did the Eagles do? We drafted Big V and we gave him help. I'm not saying Big V is Jason Peters or ever will be, but I'm saying he's getting the job done and we prepared for it. We set things up. And so look, hopefully the Cowboys can figure something out for their sake that will keep Dak Prescott from ending up on the floor. But you know, with the way things went against the Falcons, I just don't see that happening. And finally, the last excuse. Well, you know what those Cowboy fans will say. Well, we don't have our Pro Bowl running back Ezekiel Elliott, so, you know, what are we supposed to do about that? Well, listen, there's no comparable thing there. I mean, that's on you guys. That's an advantage you guys have. Like, we have a better defense than you. You guys have a stud running back. I can't tell him what to do, but I can give him advice. In the future, just don't let it happen. And I know all these Cowboy fans are probably going to jump in our comments and say, oh, you know, he was innocent, blah, blah, blah. No, he wasn't innocent. He was not. He was found guilty. And he went to trial with an appeal for how the NFL handled it and the power that Roger Goodell has. Listen, that's on the NFLPA. They pick and choose the cases they want to go after. And look, they gave Roger Goodell that power. They did. How about agreeing to a clear disciplinary process. That sounds good to me. But look, I'm Kevin Taylor, this is Birds Fly Talk, and I'm just here trying to address some of the excuses that I know are gonna pop up. You guys all know what's gonna happen, but hey, look, I'm looking forward to a huge Eagles W and cementing our lead in the NFC East this Sunday night. I know you guys are too. Drop down in our comments, let me know why you hate Dallas, and let me know some of the excuses you've heard. Look, this is Kevin Taylor, Birds Fly Talk, just like I just said. And look, you can check out our podcast, the link is below. We break down some of the matchups, all this stuff, and we talk to a backwards Cowboys fan. How about that? Look, I'm Kevin Taylor. Peace out, guys. Thanks for tuning in.